Mission 512, Secret Mars Mission, 1970s. In the shadowy world of classified space programs and secret missions, few stories are as compelling, and as unsettling, as the tale of Mission 512, an alleged covert mission to Mars that took place in the 1970s. While the public was captivated by NASA's Apollo program and the first steps on the Moon, a far more audacious and secretive endeavor was unfolding behind closed doors. According to whistleblowers, leaked documents, and a trail of anomalies that refused to be ignored, Mission 512 was not just a theoretical concept. It was a clandestine operation that sent human explorers to Mars decades before the world was led to believe such a feat was possible. The origins of Mission 512 are steeped in mystery, but insiders claim that the program was a direct offshoot of Project Horizon, a classified U.S. military project in the 1950s that aimed to establish a permanent military base on the Moon. As the Cold War intensified and the United States sought dominance in space, the focus shifted from the Moon to Mars. By the late 1960s, advances in propulsion technology, life support systems, and covert aerospace programs had quietly laid the groundwork for a manned mission to the Red Planet. But here's where the story takes a chilling turn. Unlike NASA's publicly acknowledged efforts, Mission 512 was allegedly conducted under the authority of the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, and other black budget programs that operated with no oversight or public accountability. The mission, according to sources who claim to have been involved, was part of a secret space program that utilized advanced propulsion technology, possibly reverse-engineered from extraterrestrial sources, to achieve interplanetary travel decades before conventional technology would have allowed. According to leaked information, Mission 512 was launched in the early 1970s under the guise of a high-altitude reconnaissance satellite. But in reality, it was a manned mission destined for Mars. The spacecraft, equipped with propulsion systems that surpassed known rocket technology, allegedly carried a small crew of highly trained astronauts tasked with exploring and establishing a covert foothold on the Martian surface. What they found on Mars was beyond anything they had anticipated. Insiders claim that the crew of Mission 512 encountered evidence of ancient structures on the Martian surface, remnants of a civilization that had long since vanished. These structures, described as massive, monolithic formations arranged in geometric patterns, bore an eerie resemblance to the pyramids and monuments found on Earth. Some accounts even suggest that the crew discovered underground complexes, vast tunnels, and anomalous artifacts that defied explanation. But the most chilling aspect of Mission 512 was the discovery of something that was still active. According to declassified fragments and whistleblower testimony, the crew may have encountered a dormant or perhaps even operational alien presence beneath the Martian surface. The details of what transpired remain shrouded in secrecy, but some suggest that Mission 512's crew may have made contact with an unknown intelligence, an encounter that was so profound and potentially threatening that the mission was immediately classified at the highest levels. The return of the Mission 512 crew was reportedly handled with extreme caution. Quarantined and sworn to secrecy, the astronauts who ventured to Mars were never heard from again, their identities erased and their contributions buried under layers of classified documentation. Some theorists believe that the surviving crew members were absorbed into the black world of secret programs, continuing their work in silence, while others suggest that they were eliminated to ensure that the truth would never be revealed. But despite the government's best efforts to conceal the truth, fragments of the Mission 512 narrative have leaked out over the years. Former NASA insiders, whistleblowers, and researchers have pointed to inconsistencies in Mars-related data, anomalies in satellite imagery, and unexplained gaps in official space exploration records. The infamous Face on Mars in the Cydonia region, along with pyramid-like structures captured by the Viking orbiter in 1976, has only fueled speculation that Mars is far more than a lifeless desert. Further evidence comes from the inexplicable rush to colonize Mars in recent years, with billionaires and private corporations investing heavily in Martian exploration. Some wonder if the urgency stems from knowledge that has been deliberately kept from the public, knowledge that suggests Mars is not an empty frontier, but a world with a past that could rewrite human history. If Mission 512 did happen, the implications are staggering. It would mean that humanity achieved interplanetary travel decades ago, that we are not alone in the universe, and that the true history of space exploration has been deliberately withheld from the public. More disturbingly, it would suggest that something on Mars has been waiting and watching all along. As humanity prepares to send astronauts to Mars in the coming years, one question looms larger than ever. Will we finally uncover the secrets that Mission 512 may have left behind? Or will the truth about our first footsteps on Mars remain buried beneath the sands of secrecy, forever out of reach? The answers may be closer than we think, but they may also be far more terrifying than we ever imagined.